Good morning, ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel. I already feel exhausted for the week ahead after a long weekend. Went to that disco bingo on Saturday night, which was very good. Didn't get any photos or clips there. I was so close to winning a few full house bingos, but literally just one or two numbers short in each block, and then got back late from that. And then Sunday, Odin came in the room at like 6 AM and jumped on Kelly and myself, which was we did that twice. Did it at 6 and then at 7:30, and then this morning I've been up 4:30 to take Odin for a walk because I'm in work all day today and Mum's away, so she can't look after him, so he'll be going to my nan's later on. But I've had my CBD this morning. Hope that's gonna kickstart the breaks. I've been overthinking recently, giving myself anxiety, and hopefully this coffee kicks in. I'm only on the one this morning because we're going to train later on. I feel like this vlog's going to be very short, as like I said, I've got a full day in work. So yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to film, but you'll see what you'll see. And plan today is a lower strength sessions. Hopefully I hit those 140 squats and 170 deadlifts. And besides this laptop giving me more freedom to edit on the go and like edit in the video as I'm going along today, it's given me more free time to get into a bit more gaming, because you know I'm a big gamer. I used to stream, although that sort of fell off when I got into vlogging, but I'm hopefully going to bring that back. And this weekend, for the first time in a very long time, I was able to complete the weekend league on FC24. It's only the second time I've done it this year, and it's stressful but it's enjoyable, and this laptop's given me a bit more freedom because I'm able to sneak in a game or two while I'm in work. Obviously, or if I'm editing in work, I can, when I'm at home, say editing, I can play and so on. Here's the team anyway. Obviously you trust it to all mess up, but decent squad. So I'll just finish off the weekend there, 11-6, gave away a few more free wins. But it's time now to take Odin for another walk, or a proper walk, take him to the field for a run, have my second coffee, take him to my nan's, and then get into training. Ready to go for a walk, mister? Should we go for a walk? Yeah? Let's go for a walk. Go on. Drop the ball. Ready, go on. And we are now ready to squat. Now, I've still not seen all the Eleiko kit loaded up properly, but the shame it's just for squats and not a snatch or a clean jerk. Now, to be honest, that second coffee hasn't done a thing. It's actually made me surprisingly a bit more tired, a bit sleepy. Had some pre-workout, just the pumps, so no caffeine in that. But feeling okay. Quads are still feeling a bit tired from last week. The fatigue is still there, but hopefully I can just push through and get these 4 sets of 6 done. Fingers crossed I can get through all 4 sets. These squats started out a bit difficult as my right shoulder was playing up today and actually causing a bit of wrist pain, so I had to move my hands even further out, which I think she may do during the set, which I would not advise because that was a bit unstable. And I actually think I could have hit this weight a couple of weeks ago and could have possibly started this whole program slightly heavier, which I think was 2 or 3 weeks after I finished Hyrox. Although I am quite glad I did and was sensible at that point, because I feel I wouldn't have progressed as much or as evenly in my running and lifting at the same time. I feel like they've made a nice gradual progression together. Although pretty soon, probably the next couple of weeks, running is going to take more of a focus away from lifting. I'm going to bring that volume right down. I'm still unsure whether to sign up to a race or not, but I am sure I'm going to try out one of the programs that comes with the Garmin watch, so stay tuned for what I decide to do. Back to the squats. They all felt pretty good, and I think the next goal is to be hitting, I don't know, maybe 164 sets of 5, or 150 first, then 160, and maybe get back up to that 174 reps of 5. So again, keep an eye out for that. Firstly, apologies for the lazy loading. Unfortunately, we don't have 3 sets of the red bumpers like we do with the powerlifting ones, and I don't want to use those because, as you all know, metal is heavier than rubber, and I actually want to feel strong today. You can't tell me otherwise. Anyway, during these warm-ups, that bicep elbow issue has crept up and gotten worse. Like every time I hook grip I set up, I get a really sort of tight pain there, so I'm gonna see how this first set goes at this weight to see if that doesn't make it worse or it gets worse, or if it's okay. If not, I may need to grab my straps and resort to those. Because again, I'm not a fan of mixed grip, just because that possibility of bending the arm and it all going on the bicep, and the bicep going pop and then all the way up and being out of the game for a while. So let's chalk up and then get into that first set. Hopefully the elbow stays in one piece. I feel nothing's ever plain sailing with my training. During these deadlifts, I had a few struggles with belt placement, playing about with trying to have it the same as where I squat, which is a bit lower over the belly button, but when I brace, it's like above my belly button and my diaphragm that presses out more and braces, and just kind of sticks out the top of the belt when I set up for deadlifts. But that position does feel slightly better on my back. I feel like I'm able to actually keep my back at a nice angle and utilise a bit more leg drive, whereas when I put it higher up, it feels better in terms of bracing, but I feel my erector's working more because I can't get my lower back as set. It's only been a few weeks that this has started to happen, and I think that's because I've lost a couple of centimetres off the belly and waist. But besides that drop in, I don't know, size, I feel like strength is still there, and these all felt pretty comfortable. Although in one of the sets I did feel my hamstring slightly sort of start to pull, because it was very cold in the gym and I didn't feel like I was moving as much. You know, I've complained about training in the cold before, don't feel like I'm moving as much. But I decided to just finish off for that fourth and final set, which was fine, no issue with the hamstring. And I actually felt like the best set because I was really focusing on gripping the bar and really engaging the lats, keeping everything nice and tight and controlled, trying to use the muscles that you should use. So yeah, all deadlift moves pretty well, and I think from the next time it will drop down to 3s instead of 5s, so we can increase that running volume. And that is deadlift done. The thumbs survived, arm and elbow survived as well, no issue there. Bit of pain, but nothing too crazy. I could manage it, it's bearable. And I just thought I'd share with you this little tip that I use to clear the bar after it's loaded. Obviously it helps if you have a wedge. One of our members was kind enough to make that for us. But obviously unload one side, and then opposite side you can just, I joke about with members and clients and say it's like Excalibur, like sword in the stone. Tip it up. Oh, and I was going to follow the platform. Should be right. Now once it's on its side, I either have a little dance around it or up and out. And there's the bar deloaded without much effort. So I'm going to clear this away and quickly dive into some accessory work of split squats. I think I'm going to do some sled pulls just because I can, and it's there for some back and bicep conditioning. Hit 2 birds with 1 stone and all that. You can't quite see it, maybe I'm just overthinking it, but there was definitely a slight twist to these split squats, which I feel is because of the shoulder issue, having that wing scapula, so that shoulder sits slightly further forwards. What the twist does, it creates a bigger stretch in the glutes, which I'm not complaining about, but just to balance things out, I made sure I had a little twist when I did the other side, so just some extra booty gains for me. And then onto the sled pulls, and from the first sled pull, I knew I was in for a tough time as it felt very heavy. The only annoying thing about these is the distance not being far enough and having to get up and get to the end. I was only getting 5 to 6 pulls each time, and I feel like I was just about getting into a good rhythm of pulls before the sled was already by the end, but I still got some good back and grip working from them. And because there was a little bit of extra time, I chucked in some banded glute kickbacks for extra booty gains and the pump, and some weighted dead bugs just for a little bit of core work, as that has always been neglected by me, and like I say, I should work on it more, but I do not because I'm just too tired by the end of all the heavy lifting. But then that was training done for the day. I'm glad that session's done. It was a very tough one to start the week, but with that session done, that brings to a close this block of training. I've not really had the blocks written down as such, but I had numbers and goals in mind to sort of end each block with. It's like last one was, I think I wanted to get 125 by 8 for squats, whenever I was in deadlifts, and I wanted to finish at 140 for 6s on squats and 170 for 5s in deadlifts before moving on. But from, I think tomorrow I'm going to deload, just take things easy on the running, hard on the lifting, and go from there really. But yeah, I'll cover what I'm doing in deloads in the next video, but for now I'm going to freshen up, have some lunch. I've not really thought about it much. I've got an untoasted cinnamon raisin bagel which I should have toasted. I'm gonna put some honey on that, and then I've also got some noodles, which didn't really think. I thought they'd sort of kind of steam boil. I've got some boiling water soaking in there, so hopefully that turns out alright. I'm just gonna cover them with some barbecue sauce. That's gonna be lunch, so I'm gonna freshen up, have this, coach the evening, then head home and go straight to bed because it's been a very long day. So I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.